Good morning. This is Bill from Autohaus of Naples on a rather muggy, still Florida Tuesday. It's August, so we expect this sort of thing. It's not a surprise. This is probably the worst month in a lot of ways, although September does give way hope to a cooler future. When September 1 hits, you know that good, cool weather is only like another 3 to 4 months away, so you feel a bit better about it. Everything's pretty normal around here. I can't complain. There's been no sign of the goats. Haven't seen one of them. I hear some birds in the trees, and that's fine as long as they stay up there. I did see a squirrel bouncing around earlier over there, and I just hope it's not one of those carnivorous types. I understand if 20 or 30 of them get together, they can skeletonize a cow in less than a minute. So hopefully it's just a normal, proper, regular squirrel and no harm done. And I'm here today with this very attractive I'm here today with this Mini Cooper S Countryman, and as they say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Let's just say this is a very special video being made today, going out to the 14 people in the United States who find this car appealing. Okay, maybe that's exaggerated. There's probably like 24 people. I will say this, apparently they're much more appealing in Canada, where the Countryman is the best-selling mini model, or at least it was in some of the stuff I read last night, which I did not find surprising at all. And leave it to the Canadians to find the best in everybody. Okay, so what can I say? I mean, speaking of giant mini pigs, this thing kind of looks like a startled giant cartoon mini pig in a Grim Reaper Halloween costume. To me, I mean, that's what it looks like. I'm sure other people will look at it and say this car is gorgeous. I may not necessarily, a giant mini pig with scoopy air vents on the side. I guess we have to say that. Because it does have the sport package, which we'll get into in a minute. But, not the most attractive vehicle out there. I mean, there's very few cars out there that the Nissan Juke can point and smirk and laugh at, and this might be one of them. That said, it's a Mini, and the people who buy Minis are not dissimilar from the people who buy Jeeps or other niche vehicles, in that they know what they're looking for and they get what they get. I mean, this is what they want. They want to be different from everybody else, to the point of absurdity, to the point that Salvador Dali is looking over, scratching his head. But, God bless them. They want to stand out, and this Mini Countryman is a way to do that. I will say that as far as Mini Countrymen go, this one is particularly sinister looking. Well, there is a little camera glitch that's unusual, but we'll keep rolling. So, very sinister looking Mini, I have to say. You've got these big twice pipes, you've got these diffuser looking bits coming off the bottom of the front bumper, or the rear bumper, sorry, that's the one we're looking at. You've got more, I don't know if these are faux vents or not, they look a bit faux to me, but you've got vents coming off the side of the bumper. You've got these lower air rocker, ground effects on the side with big scoops. You've got special JCW. When I first saw JCW, I thought it was a Jehovah's Witness, but turns out it's John Cooper Works, a guy who historically tuned Mini, and now they're exploiting his name. Anyway, very, very sinister looking all around. In the front, you've got more, vicious looking air vents. You've got fog lights down low. You've got these, eyes screaming back in surprise with little Mini logos on them, because writing stuff inside of headlights has become all the rage. You've got a very satanic looking pitchfork in the middle of the hood. Not sure the point of that, but it's frightening. And I suppose if you see this thing in your rearview mirror, you're going to alternate between giggles and fear, because it is quite a vicious looking car. And it is very, very quirky. I mean, look at the mirrors on it, are weird and chunky and round. We haven't even gotten inside it yet. It's got these, sort of illuminated S badges on the side fenders, if you can call them that, and more evil red striping down the side of the car. So, again, in the eye of the beholder. To me, to a lot of people, to 14 people, yeah, bring it on. And I guess that's what it's all about. So anyway, let's just get into this thing. I'm going to start inside the hatch. Now, the point of the Countryman was to take the Mini experience and give it to a family, and the hatch is part of that. I like that they put one of these VW-style flip-up badges in it. Nice way to get in, and all of a sudden you have basically the same amount of backseat space that you do in a regular coupe. I'm kidding, it's bigger, it's certainly taller, and when the seat folds down it actually has a fair amount of cargo room. But anyway, you've got everything nice back there. You've got a little cargo cover, so if you put your infants in the back, that comes down on top of them and to kind of muffle their cries. You don't have to hear that annoying stuff while you're driving. If they're small enough, you could stick them in here, this neat little subfloor compartment where I've got my bag of crap and some other stuff. Also a very nice place for some, even some full-size, military-style weapons, maybe an AK, maybe an AR, certainly an H&K, all kinds of neat stuff could go in there. And a very neat middle compartment. I'm going to take this tag out and hang it so we go for a drive. I'm not illegal. But anyway, there's a big part of why people buy the Countryman. It's got more rear space. So there you go. This is what? This is a family car for people who like minis. That's kind of unusual. Let's go in the rear seats. So here you've got split folding rear seats. This one does not have that really retarded option where that weird center aluminum accessory bar goes all the way back and leaves buckets here. This is actually semi-useful, and probably the Canadians like this car because they fit in the back of it. You can actually get 3 of them back there. The seats do fold down. You pull these little loopy things here, and jeez, down it comes. You can fold either side or both, and all very lovely. Gonna get that back up. You have to pull the loopy thing again. It doesn't seem to have an armrest, and if it does, I don't know how it works, so we'll leave it. You've also got some cup holders down there and a 12-volt outlet. You've got all the weird mini styling on the inside. I mean, this is just bizarre looking. This big half circle with the power window switch, the grab bar, the hump of an armrest, some speaker stuff. I don't know what BMW was thinking. Have a look up front. I tell you, we'll look under the hood. All right, let's see what we have under here. So if you're going to buy one of these things, make sure you get at least the S package because they're so damn anemic without it. They really can't move under their own power unless you have the turbo, which this does. So it's 1.6 liter aluminum block and head, inline 4, nice little high pressure turbo in there, about 180 horsepower, give or take, just enough to scoot this thing down the road with some, oomph. Not a lot of it, but enough of it. And a nice running, very peppy, smooth little motor. Again, not the thing that I love in the world. I mean, if it had a 454, I'd be happier. But it's certainly going to turn in decent mileage, plenty of pep, and give mini people the thing that they're looking for, whatever the hell that is. You've also got these 2 big light holes in the hood when they come up. I mean, the styling on this car is just bizarre. This was like a way for BMW to go cross-dressing. And anyway, it comes down over the top of the lights, and then somehow it all fits together without interfering with each other. There it is. I mean, there's this movie where a bunch of these things once robbed a bank, and forever after, we're dealing with these cars on the road. Let's hop in. Fence kill me. So because this has the sport package, you get these John Cooper Works sill badges there, and also a little badge on the steering wheel. This is not dissimilar to the way AMG makes a sport package for Mercedes. Doesn't include the mechanicals, but does give you all kinds of cosmetic bits. I do think it helps this car look a bit more sinister and rakish and whatever you want to call it, even if, again, it does look like a bit of a surprised cartoon pig. All right, we do have a handshaker, thank God. To start it up, you put one of these weird-looking key fobs, and they are weird-looking, like some kind of timepiece, into that little slot. I'm going to clutch in, hit the start-stop, and everything fires to life. And it gives you that weird little Mini and BMW bing that I find really irritating. Get our seatbelt on, we'll see what we got. Alright, so, obviously the ergonomics in this car are just about like every other car on the road. Okay, no, they're not. They're friggin' bizarre. So you've got the tack in front of you, Porsche style. Thank God you've got this digital readout for miles per hour, because over here, like the original little Minis, they have the speedometer in the center of the dashboard in this area that looks almost exactly like the spaceship the Stone guys were driving in that heavy metal movie from the 80s. But anyway, so you've got this weird, bizarre, giant speedometer with this little nothing of a nothing, this little nubbin thing here, and that is your indicator that moves all the way around here, and sometimes you can actually see it, but not all that often. Very unusual, so thank God you've got the digital readout there. You got this nice multi-function steering wheel with red stitching, black leather. It's got controls for cruise and the radio and voice command, Bluetooth. You got your John Cooper Works badge there. You've got there's sort of, iPhone Android Connect thing in the middle of the speedometer where you can spin. This is basically an iDrive, just mini style. So you can spin this guy around. See, we're going into mini connected, office, telephone, radio, CD. Don't try to use this thing while you're driving around or you're going to crash and kill somebody. Definitely get it set up while you're in the parking lot. But anyway, it works great. I think I've got my iPhone playing as we speak.
To help seniors.
No, I do not. I've got NPR, which is just going to depress the hell out of everybody. So let's go over here and get into the iPhone. We'll see what we got. We got REO Speedwagon. All right, how do you go wrong with that? Take It on the Run, another song about a slut. I love it. But anyway, so you've got this weird, funky dashboard, all very neat. You've got this strange half-moon pull handle to get into the glove box. We got the books for this at the shop. Wish they'd let me do the videos before they took them out. You got a self-dimming mirror that looks like it's out of a 2000 M5, complete with BMW's weird little siren thing on the bottom of it. You've got all these guarded rocker switches that are meant to hearken to British cars of the past and do so. But again, they're a little bit friggin' strange. You've got this smiling looking half moon thing here to put CDs in if you've still got those. It's the Mini Visual Boost. You've got a digital climate control down there, got nice cold air conditioning. You got some heated seats, all very interesting stuff. More of these guarded rocker switches, a sport setting, which I'm going to turn on. Over there now it says we're in sport. You've got these cup holders down here, an outlet, 6-speed manual gearbox. This is your home. I mean, the ergonomics in this car are friggin' bizarre. But this is your home button for the mini connected drive thing, and this will scroll through the pages, I believe. So yeah, there you go. And also the emergency brake on this thing looks a little bit like the throttle on a nuclear submarine, and is frankly more than you need. Also, that little aluminum thing there is apparently some adjustable or amendable thing where you can buy mini accessory things for and bolt them to that, and then they do stuff. Probably just a way for you to go into the accessory shop and spend some more money. Oh, Lord. All right, let's go for a spin. You've got this bizarre curved windshield. I mean, it's not terribly unreminiscent of a Jeep and how flat and straight it is. It collects bugs. But again, you don't look like anything else on the road. Excuse me, wait for these gates to open. I know Peter's back now. They're back inside the house. I don't know if that means I have to wait for the gates or not, or the goats. I'm so happy the goats haven't come out. I really thought they were going to start coming at me, and thank the Lord God they haven't. So let's sneak out this gate, and we'll just sit here for a minute. No, you know what? I'm not going to make you sit here and suffer through this excruciating wait for the gates. I'm going to hit pause, and we'll pick it up the minute they close behind me. One of those carnivorous squirrels over there. Where the hell did he go? I was there a minute ago. I must have saw me catch him. Oh, he's back. Yeah, you can almost see the fangs on that thing from here. All right, good. There, the gates are closing, so I think we can head off now anyway. So, lovely BMW-esque 6-speed manual gearbox in this thing. There is no other way that I would own a Mini Cooper than with a manual gearbox. I mean, some people might disagree, but it adds that level of pep to it, which frankly I think is why people would want a Mini to begin with. Try not to hit the mailbox as I'm shifting. Yeah, you see, you get all that boost, you get pretty nice pep. The thing that I've always liked about minis is even if they aren't incredibly fast, they feel fast. They give you a bit of driving excitement as you're pepping along an otherwise boring traffic light to traffic light commutes. And I'm sure that's a big part of why some of the people love them. I mean, obviously the little Mini Cooper S, the one that's not an SUV, which this apparently is of sorts, is much more go-kartish. I mean, it's sort of a fun go-kart for adults that you could fling around corners, bang your way through the gearboxes without attracting too much attention from the police, and just have fun driving. And the Countryman maintains a residue of that, a pretty strong residue of that, especially if you order it with the 6-speed manual gearbox and, of course, the S package to get the turbo in the first place. Opt for the non-S and you're going to be going to sleep by the time you hit the end of this road. So the steering feels very, very nice, I have to say. The brakes are good. They feel nice. The shifter, lovely feel to it. Clutch, nice feel. They do manage to make this feel like a driver's car. And you could break the front engine loose if you had front engine. That's what you want to break loose. You could break the front tires loose if you wanted to, but what's the point? So anyway, there it is. Nice peppy little car, fun to drive around, really. Feels very, very stable. That's an instant response, I have to say. I mean, it is not sluggish steering in any way. Really is the saving grace of this car is driving it, because God knows looking at it. Not for everybody. But anyway, there it is. So this is a 2016 Mini Cooper S Countryman. This has the John Cooper Works Sport package, not the engine package, the Sport package. This is the front-wheel drive version, not the four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. And when I think of all-wheel drive prowess and off-roading, the first thing I think of is Mini. So for 99% of people, front drive is where it's at. It's better on gas mileage and everything else. So, but anyway, 2016. Nice option package, 38,000 miles on it. A real sweetheart of a car if you're into these things. And if you are, give them a call at Autohaus of Naples, 239-263-8500. They're very happy to speak with you. Nice guys. Don't ask for Bill. He's some crabby bastard they keep in the back, and they don't let talk to people because they still want to sell cars and not turn people off and make them go to other dealerships out of anger. Thank you very much for having a look today. We appreciate it. We'll see you with the next one. Take care.